5 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. If you ever want to be a part of the show, you can call in line at 513-888-1538. Follow us at smithradio.com, SMYTH Radio, Facebook, and at
iHeartRadio, too.
iHeartRadio, iTunes, on Twitter, at Smith Radio. Colin Powell, Hillary threw out that Colin Powell used his own, well, he did it too. Okay, I'm reading some things, because she had a private server in the closet of somebody's apartment and then something else somewhere else. So, and she got hacked by Grucifer. She's been hacked. And Russia has 20,000 emails of hers.
And it's not just that she got hacked.
Okay.
He said it was easy, and there was no real anything stopping him from just waltzing right into her server.
Right. So, on Politico,
he wasn't even trying to hack her. He just accidentally fell into it.
He's like, "Oh, hey, look!" And he said he'd wake up in the morning, he'd read her emails over coffee, and just kind of browse around.
You're not even lying about that at all.
No,
you're not even exaggerating. That's like literally what he said he was doing.
Okay, so on the Politico, Colin Powell said that yes, he did use a personal email account, but it doesn't say he used his server was in the house. But he said, it said, quote, he was not aware of any restrictions, nor does he recall being made aware of any over the 4 years he served as at the state. So Colin Powell's saying that I used a personal email. Okay, a personal email, and it's different. A personal email could be through the Google or through the Yahoo. What Hillary did is she bought a Google and stuck it in her closet. Google is responsible for the security on my email and Colin's email and people's email.
Let's get a little technical on them. So like Yahoo has their own bank of servers.
Correct. And they have their own security so nobody can, when you lose your password, you got to do all that security stuff to get it back. They have a set up security system so people aren't hacking my emails.
Right. And like if you could actually have a server in your house. And you could sell space on that server.
Sure.
I used to be a webmaster, and I would buy I got a domain name and everything, and I went through freeservers.com, and I could actually get my own, like I think I had westernhillswrestling.com or something like that. I could actually have an email like Carrie at westernhillswrestling.com, okay, or something to that effect. That is a piece of the free server's server. Okay? That you're on that server.
Right.
If I were to buy my own server and have it in my house, I could do all that stuff myself and not have to rent space on anybody else's server. And I could even rent space on my own server, because servers have a lot of space and can host that kind of stuff.
You owning your own server at your house, you are now responsible for your own security.
Yeah, that, and also there's stuff like if your server goes down and that's where your website is totally down until you get that server back working.
Right. So, and the Google has probably millions of servers all over the
giant warehouse of servers.
Right, and they say there's servers all over the world, and so if one server goes, so your email address, your email that you sent out in the Google is probably stored at probably a half a dozen different places.
Right. So if you were to email me when I was at the Western Hills Wrestling, you would actually be sending an email to the server at freeservers.com.
Okay.
And that's where it would go. And then when I would want to read my email, it would retrieve it from that server. Correct. So if anybody hacked into that server, they'd be able to see all that stuff.
Okay, so Hillary has a server in her house.
In the bathroom.
Which
I'm not sure why in the bathroom.
It's kind of creepy. It was in a closet.
Is that where the data lines come in, the cables?
Maybe, I don't know.
Just the easiest way to go?
Very strange, very strange.
Or is that where she could flush?
So she could flush her stuff and get rid of it.
From the bathroom.
That's where she scrubbed the hard drive.
Oh. Yeah. I didn't know she ever scrubbed hard drives.
That's what she said, that we scrubbed the hard drive. The hard drive was scrubbed.
No, I don't believe if she could scrub hard drives,
she wouldn't be caught.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't even need Monica Lewinsky or anything like that.
Whoa! Oh, man.
I mean, interns.
Right, interns. So she's got all this stuff inside her house, and apparently she can't even set up her own Blackberry. There was an email.
Do you think this is an act? I'm starting to feel like if
problem?
she acts like a technical moron, that people are going to start doubting.
No, it's making it worse on her because she is my 2-year-old son is navigating YouTube.
Yeah, but she's like 70,000 years old.
Well,
she's a millennial,
right? Once you get past that first 1,000, that's the hump. Get over the first 1,000 years.
Like a vampire.
True. So no, it's not working. My dad is I think he's older than her. She's probably like 68, 69. My dad's a couple years older than her, and he's a savant when it comes to computers. And I know he's an engineer, and that's kind of his thing, though. He's good with stuff like that. But even
that was a major tool for his actual career.
Okay, my mom, she doesn't. Well, I mean, she uses a computer at the hospital. She works at the hospital, so she uses it there. But back in '97, when I first set up AOL, and we paid for it, thinking
that was back when people thought that AOL was the internet.
Yes, they tricked me, and I was a child.
Oh,
so
no,
I didn't know any better.
Everybody thought that AOL was the internet.
Okay, so my mom back then in '97, and so she is nowhere near the technical guru when it comes to this stuff. But certainly she would never play dumb like Hillary's playing. Or people saying she couldn't even set up her own Blackberry. What? And why are we even talking about Blackberries?
I know. Why don't we just talk about the Razr, Motorola Razr?
Right. Is that the one you ride?
Palm Pilot?
Is that the Razr that you ride?
Oh yeah,
the little 2 wheels.
2 wheels, yeah. Scooter. No, might as well be talking about a Palm Pilot at this point.
Right. No. So it's insanity that the incompetence. I'm starting to think some of the books that have come out about her are coming out to. This is all looking like it's true. One of the books that was written by the Miss America woman that was
Vanessa Williams.
No, Miss America. And, Bill Clinton was governor, and Clinton would sneak over to her place and stuff. And whatnot.
Flowers.
Yeah, she wrote a tell-all book before she died of cancer mysteriously.
Jennifer Flowers?
No.
No, somebody else. I'm trying to go through the Rolodex of.
She wrote a tell-all book talking about how Hillary is addicted to coke.
Hillary?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. For her age, I'm kind of surprised that she's as energetic as she is. So clearly coke is the reason.
Right. Well, I mean, Elizabeth Ward Grayson. She was a former Miss America, and then Bill Clinton got a hold of it. So she said that Bill Clinton would tell her all these stories about Hillary. Just like he was venting, he'd just get it out of his system. And so she wrote about it. First, I mean, you could call her a liar, but now all of a sudden, all these things that are happening to Hillary right now seem to kind of be true. I mean, she's really aloof. She's massive headaches and migraines.
I think she's having withdrawal symptoms.
Somebody needs to put her back on the sauce.
Oh, wow.
Get her back into it again.
Back on the sauce. Okay.
So, I mean...
Was she an alcoholic or was she a coke addict? Or both? Did she do the mix?
Oh, no, she definitely mixed. And not only that, but if you get on the Google and click Hillary and like alcohol or Hillary and a glass of alcohol, something like that, there are thousands of pictures of her holding a drink in her hand. Like she's always got a drink in her hand, and like not always, but in these pictures you can see them. There's tons of them.
They're photoshopped, right?
Dude, the photoshopping is getting so good nowadays.
I like it when it's obviously photoshopped because it's hilarious.
There was a dig site, not to get too far off. There was a dig site where they were digging for like a dinosaur.
Okay.
Right, a big, huge open pit. Mm-hmm. And just as they were uncovering what looked like a big giant dinosaur bones, where it's just almost visible, was a huge caterpillar, like a backhoe, a big giant backhoe that said caterpillar on it, that had been fossilized.
Oh, you mean it was underground?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. So that's an obvious Photoshop, but it was pretty funny. It's kind of a joke. So.
Like it was from ancient times.
Right. So you know how we were saying that all the newspapers are out for Hillary?
Oh, of course. That's a done deal, right?
Well, there's a Washington Post article that comes out and says that it's this editorial that came out, and it really hammered on Hillary. And in the editorial, the title was "Clinton's Inexcusable, Willful Disregard for the Rules." And then the whole article goes on and just blasts her for the email thing that she's been doing.
First of all, let me explain to everybody listening, because this is extremely important. They are propagandizing you. This is classic propaganda. They keep using the word rules. Rules. It's always rules, the R word. Last week we talked about the R word, which was rape. This week, the R word is rules. And it's propaganda, because the rules we're talking about are laws.
Yeah, they're changing the words up.
They're making it sound like she's playing a game of basketball and she traveled. What is this? This is more than traveling. She broke the law. And when you break the law, you have to get punished through the legal system.
Right. They also published another article, which I think it didn't do her much justice, but it talked about TSA. I don't know if you guys have been hearing this in the media, but in the news. The TSA is under massive heat. Like 90,000 passengers missed their flights.
Oh, did you hear why?
Yeah, they're getting felt up, pat downs, and
well, no, they've been doing that for years.
They were getting more aggressive. Everybody has to go through the back room and the back door now.
This is going to make blood shoot out of everything, Brian. You obviously have not heard this, and I think this is a good venue to let you in on the secret. They purposely reduced the number of TSA workers in order to create the bottlenecks that you see and that you've heard all over the news about, because they're coming up on a new budget passing for TSA. And they want to be able to go and say that they need more money.
Oh, of course they do.
They purposely reduced it temporarily to create chaos, and then that way the people whose job it is to come up with a new budget say, wow, we better throw more money at this.
Look, it's all in the media. I don't have to tell you that this crud is happening. Look, turn on the news. Listen to Smith Radio. They'll tell you TSA's got problems.
I'm telling you, does that make blood shoot out of everything?
I'm feeling it shoot. It's just unbelievable. So the TSA also is defending the $90,000 bonuses that they passed out amid long lines and failed screenings. Anyways, it goes on and on. And so the article talks about and says, the long security lines at U.S. airports are another problem for Hillary Clinton. I scratched my head.
It won't be once they bring the money in.
I said, why would this be a problem for Hillary? And it goes on and says, a lot of Americans interact with the TSA, and they expect the agency to function properly. And when there is a problem, they want it fixed. Does anyone think of Hillary as a problem solver? Answer, no. Can anyone think of a problem she ever solved?
No, she's never been in a position to solve any problem. She couldn't even solve the problem of her husband needing sex so bad that he would grab the nearest intern.
Right. Hey, they were saying, I was listening to Rush this week, and he was talking about some of the women that are coming out and saying, in these organizations, big organizations, saying that, hey, Bill Clinton, when all this started breaking out with Hillary, he said, it'll be all right. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. That's what sex offenders say.
Okay.
I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I went through this whole thing about how women's mindsets, especially the young girls now, and the government's been telling them that there's